Hey guys, welcome back to the channel as always. Today I want to talk to you about a little bit of Filipino etiquette. What you should do and should not do while visiting the Philippines. So grab you a beer, pull your seat up, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. Before we get started, I want to tell you that I really appreciate my new friends, subscribers. If you subscribe, you're my friend. You're not a subscriber, you're a friend. I want to start a channel that we can comment and talk together and help each other out. Make it a little bit easier when we get there and know what to expect. I appreciate all the likes, the shares, the comments. I've asked you guys to comment if I say something wrong, it's not correct. And you have, for some reason, for the last, I guess, month, I've been spelling the Philippines wrong. I don't know what the hell got into me. I had brain fart or whatever. I went back on my other videos and I was spelling it correct. But the last video, the last couple videos, I spelled the Philippines wrong. I don't know what. But I appreciate that, because if you hadn't have told me, hell, I might have kept doing it for the next 6 months. So thank you for that. Thank you for the correction. All right, let's go ahead and get started in the Philippines etiquette. I'm gonna give you some things to look for and what to expect when you first get there. Let's go ahead and get started with this. Filipinos are casual, fun-loving, sensitive, and hospitable people. Personal and family honor are stressed, as well as dignity and pride. Education is highly valued. Families make great sacrifices to educate their children. Haya, or Hia, I ain't sure how to pronounce that. I know what it is, Haya, Hia. Shame is instilled in the Filipinos at an early age. To be shamed is the greatest form of disgrace. And it is. And I didn't realize that until later, because I did something with my ex-wife's father I shouldn't have done, but it got on my damn nerves, and I did something I shouldn't have done. That's a wonder I'm probably still alive. And I'm going to share that with you here in a little bit. But before I do, let's continue on a little bit so I don't make this video too long. Body language. If Filipinos don't understand a question, they open their mouths. Raised eyebrow signifies recognition and agreement. Yeah, they'll say, "Are you hungry?" She goes, yes. "Are you full?" Yes. "Would you like to go to the beach?" Yes. Raised eyebrows is a yes. Yes is signaled by jerking the head upward. No is signified by the jerk of the head down. So they'll say, yeah, if you want to go to the beach, they go down. You want to go to the beach? Yeah. Now, it's usually, most people I see use their eyebrows. But I've seen that before too. Since the Filipinos rarely say no, they rarely say no. It don't make no difference what you ask them. If you ask them how to get to this restaurant, even if they don't know where it's at, they ain't got a damn clue. They'll just tell you, just point one direction or the other. Go down there, by the coconut tree. It's on the left, by the big bus on the right. You have to be careful when you ask for directions in the Philippines. Nonverbal signage for no is sometimes accompanied by a verbal yes, which would indicate no. And that's true. The Filipinos, they get you confused about yes and no. I'll say, "Baby, are you not hungry?" She'll say yes. That means no, I'm not hungry. "Are you not hungry?" Yes. Yes, I'm not hungry. So you'll have to learn They'll give you a yes answer when it's no. And you'll learn it. I mean, it'll take you a little while. I'll say, baby, do you not want to go to the beach? Yes. That means yes, I do not want to go to the beach. So it'll take you a little while to figure that out. That's a little tricky. Staring is considered rude and could be misinterpreted as a challenge. But Filipinos may stare or even touch foreigners, especially in areas where foreigners are rarely seen. Yeah, I've had that done before too. They'll stare at you. I mean, if you're a foreigner, especially if you go in a province area where there's not a lot of foreigners, somewhere way up in a mountain or way off the beaten path, you know, if you're not in a big city, they'll stare at you. I've had the whole side of the road going up in a province, and they just stop and look, watch me stare with my blonde hair and white skin and beard and green eyes going up the road. To Filipinos, standing with your hands on your hips means you're angry. Yeah, you don't want to, when you talk to somebody, you don't want to put your hands on your hips because it looks like you're mad. It's you know, you're being offensive to them. Never curl your index finger back and forth to beckon. This is an insult. Like, come here. Come here. You're going to do it like this. Come here. Damn. Don't do this. I don't know if it's, they make you calling them a, like a vagina or whatever, but you don't do that. You don't do this. Come here. Come here. Just do it like this. Come here. Come here. To indicate two of something, raise your ring and pinky finger. Yeah, two. This is two. That's one. That's two. I go 1, 2. I go 1, 2. That's how they do it. To indicate, to beckon, extend arm, palm down. Watch what I just said. Moving fingers in the scratching motion, like this. Come here. That's what you do. Touching someone's elbow lightly to attract attention. Do not tap on the shoulder. Don't tap on her shoulder. Just touch her elbow lightly, and they'll turn around. But don't tap on her shoulder. Eyebrow flash. A quick lifting of the eyebrows is a Filipino greeting. Yeah, same. That means a lot of things. You say, hey, hello. Now. I mean, hello. Yes, hello. Yes. That's just the way they are. And another thing is, if I say, baby, do you know where my phone is? She's going to say a word, she'll use her mouth. She'll go, what the fuck's that mean? It's over there. It's like using your finger. They use their mouth. Where's your phone at? Over there. Where's my phone at? That's the way they do it. They point with their mouth instead of their finger. All right, let's go on and finish this up. Speak softly and control your emotions in public. That's what I was trying to tell you. Make requests, not demands. Yeah, you got to be polite in the Philippines. I seen where a guy, he went to the Philippines, and I don't know, he was white. I think he's from Australia, but I can't remember. He could have been American or from Great Britain. I don't remember, but I won't think he was from Australia. This has been several years ago. But he went into a bar, and some guy walked up to him, Filipino, asked him to buy him a beer. You know, and he was like, I ain't buying you no beer. I don't know you. I ain't buying you no beer. Which, I mean, I kind of understand that. You know, you people walking up to you asking you to buy stuff. They're like, I don't know you. So later on, he come back and asked him again, hey, buy me a beer. And then they got into it. Got in a confrontation. Well, before it was over with, there was about 4 other Filipinos. I think 5 of them jumped in. They killed that guy over a beer because he refused to buy him a beer. and it landed in confrontation. I think that white guy was beating him up pretty bad, and the other guys jumped in. Filipinos, you remember, you just a guest, you're a foreigner. When shit hits the fan, you gonna be in trouble. I've experienced that before in Nicaragua. Going to Nicaragua, buddy I was with running his mouth, and I'm like, oh God, buddy, we ain't ever gonna get to the other end of this dirt road. They gonna have truckloads of people coming down through here, whooping our ass before we get to the other end of the road. But anyway, if you get somewhere and somebody's disrespecting you, or if guy's asking you to buy him a beer, he's probably going to come back and ask you again. I'd buy him a beer, I'd go somewhere else. I just don't get no arguments in the Philippines with anybody. Just let it go. If you can't buy him another beer later, I just leave. Don't be offended by personal questions. Yeah, they'll ask you everything. I go with my girlfriend. I've been, with several girlfriends. I'll go see a girl, and later on, sometimes we'll go see her family for a little bit. And the first damn thing they'll say is, "You gonna marry her?" That first damn time I'm been here, man. Why you asking me some damn questions like they'll ask you everything? How much money you make? Where you work at? What's your job? I mean, you just don't. You have to let that shit slide. So, just say something just to. But it says feel free to ask the same questions in return, but I really don't give a shit how much they make. But you can ask about the family, though. I mean, you can ask them any questions you have. Verbal assault is a crime for which you can be charged. Yeah, you don't get out there in public and start arguing with nobody. In the Philippines, you can go to jail for that shit, especially if you're a foreigner. I mean, you're not gonna come in their country, even if they're wrong. It don't make no difference, even if they're wrong. If you know they're lying and you know they're wrong, and you're absolutely correct, don't argue with them. Best thing you do is try to figure a way to get out of it and go on. Don't get in an argument in the damn Philippines. You'll go to jail. They'll put you in jail. They're gonna take the Filipinos' side. So just get out of it the best you can. Let it slide off your back. Don't do like I do in the United States and argue back and go to damn jail. It ain't worth it in the Philippines. You don't want to go to damn jail in the Philippines. Never bring shame to a person. This reflects on his family, personal goals, and sacrifice for the good of the family. I'm going to talk about that in 1 second. Never directly criticize anyone, especially in public. Well, I just talked about that. Never offer insincere comments or compliments. Yeah, don't be a smart ass. Don't be a smart ass. Just be thankful and don't be a fucking ass. Don't go over and be an ass. You don't want to do that. I'm telling you don't want to do it. But I'm going to give you a little example about this. Never bring shame to a person. This reflects on the family. I've heard some bad stories about this. I'm going to give you a story. It turned out that I made it out alive. But when I first went to visit my Filipino fiance, she was my fiance at the time, a girl I met. So I went over there, and as soon as I got there, I went and seen her for 2 days, and then we went to her family's house, like the third day, trying to remember all this shit. And the first damn thing they said to me, her father was talking to my girlfriend, and I could tell she was embarrassed. She didn't want to say nothing. And he was like, he kept doing like he was nodding at me. He'd look at her and nod at me. She said, my daddy wants to know if you'll rebuild his house, put a roof on it. No. No, I ain't doing that. She told it. He turned around and walked in. And he's a little fucker like me. He's a little bitty old fella. He's dead. He just died this year, actually. But he was mean, and he was over. I don't think he was the barangay captain, but I don't think so. But he was head up, and about once a month they'd have a big meeting at his house, and a bunch of guys would come, and it was a secret meeting. And I was out there one day, and all these guys come, and that girl come over there, my girlfriend, said, "You got to go inside, or we got to go somewhere else." And I'm like, "What's going on?" She said, "They're having a meeting, but this is a private meeting. You can't be in it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I went back inside. But it was just for the Filipino men, whatever it was. But he was pretty high up. But anyway, before I left, I was there about 2 weeks before I left, getting ready to leave. We were getting ready to leave, and he said the same thing. She's like, "My daddy wants to know if you put a roof on his house and help pay rebuild his house. He wants to put a new kitchen in this bedroom, he wants to expand it." Now listen, I only been there 2 weeks. I didn't really know this girl that good. I said, "How much is it gonna cost?" She was like, $2,000. It come up about that because I was on my phone. I like, "No, ain't doing that shit. I ain't gonna do it." So we stood around there a little bit longer, and he was pushing her into doing it. A couple hours later, we're like, "We're going, all right, bye-bye." He's like, "Come here." And she looked, and she kept talking to her for a minute, and she said, "My daddy said he needs you to buy him a new roof and rebuild his house." And he come down there and stood at me looking at me. I said, "Let me tell you something, motherfucker. I ain't giving you no damn money. I don't know you. I just met her." I said, "What do you think she is, your damn prostitute? I show up, I get her and go out with her on a damn date, now I gotta give you money?" Now her whole family's standing, I mean everybody, I'm leaving. I don't know how many people's out there, there's probably 10 of them standing out there. I'm pissed off. I said, "I ain't giving you no damn money. I don't even know you. You ain't even talked to me since I damn been here. I ain't giving you $2,000 damn dollars." I found out later that wasn't a good idea. That was a bad idea. I went back later, a couple months later, stayed with him again a couple of days, and never asked me again. But it was a wonder I didn't get my damn ass whooped. He had 2 sons about my age there at the time. He was about 70. They my age, in the 40s. And a bunch of other neighbors and stuff. But I was pissed off. It pissed me off. Well, whatever you do, don't do what I did. I should have just walked off, I guess. But I get a little defensive. And I shouldn't have done that. So anyway, listen, when you go over there to the Philippines, I learned my lesson. You go to the Philippines, the best thing you can do is just walk off. Don't get in confrontational. I don't like nobody staring me down, trying to belittle me or punk me down. I don't get punked. I don't get punked. I stand up for myself. But you don't want to do that in the Philippines, especially if you're a foreigner. If you live there, it might be a little different. If you're a foreigner, if you and somebody else gets into it, they all jumping in, and it ain't gonna be on your side either. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. That's a little bit of information I got for you. So, oh yeah, let me cover one more thing before I forget. There's one more thing. It's very important. I didn't know what this was when I went over there. Let's talk about Manopo. When you go to the Philippines, especially, now I know a lot of you guys go over there, you're 60, 70 years old, and go see a girl, and the damn parents are 10, 15, 20 years younger than you are. But it's very common for them to hold their hand out, and you pick your hand up and put it on your forehead, say Manopo. That's blessings. That's a sign of respect for the elderly, wise Filipinos. I'm going to read this real quick. And the Philippines, a blessing with the hand is traditional gesture of respect and greeting, particularly towards older individuals or those in position of authority. It is known as Pagmamano or Manopo. That's what I know it as, Manopo. To perform the gesture, an individual takes the hand of the older person or authority figure and gently press it against their forehead. Just like this. They'll get their hand and they'll just touch the top of their hand to their forehead. And gently, and this often accompanied by the phrase Manopo. This tradition is a sign of respect, gratitude, and humility, and deeply rooted in Filipino culture and values. It is a way of seeking guidance, protection, and blessing from those who are considered wise and experienced. In return, the older person or authority figure will often respond with a blessing, words of wisdom, or a gesture of appreciation. This exchange is an important aspect of Filipino social etiquette and is a way of showing respect for one's elders and the tradition. So that's what I did because, her parents they were older than I was. They was 20 years older than me. And I seen her walk up to her mother and father when we got there, and she did that. And she had a couple of nieces and nephews done that, and I just followed along. So I fell right into that. And I got to watching it, and everybody was doing it. So I learned the elders, you grab their hand and just put it to the top of your head. Say Manopo. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's the last thing I'm going to cover for today. Like I said, I appreciate all my new friends on here. Please comment, subscribe, and like. If I said something that wasn't wrong, please let me know. Any guys got any topics you want me to talk about? Put them in the comments. And I'll get on it. I'll make you a video. All right, guys, well, listen. I hope you guys take care of yourself. Where I'm at, we got this hurricane coming up through here. I'm not going to really have a lot of hurricane action, but it's going to be high wind and a lot of rain for the next couple of days. So you guys take care of yourself and you have fun. All right, fellas. Thank you for everything. Until next time.